sitting with Bordeaux Augustyn, who does video work for various rugby teams. Bordeaux, thank you for joining us. How are you today?
Oh, awesome, Dan. Thanks, and you?
Can't complain. Let's get right into it. How did you get involved in shooting video for rugby?
Well, it's quite a long story, but I'll try and keep it short and sweet. I've always been a rugby man my whole life. Obviously played the game, played Craven Week under 18s, and then went to Potch to play rugby there at Pukke. Played for the under 19s and also played for the Leopards, but had a little injury on my cheekbone operation. So I then had to make different choices. I wanted to stay close to rugby, and I also had a passion for videography, and I just combined those two, and today I find myself working with a couple of big names team-wise in the rugby industry.
Bordeaux, there's little doubt that your work is of exceptional quality, and you stand for many hours a day, which is something you shouldn't really be doing. Talk us through why your work comes at such a great physical sacrifice.
Yeah, I had an injury on a farm in Bella Bella, and so basically what happens, I've got 2 neuromas between my toes, and I was born with flat feet anyway. So people with flat feet shouldn't really be spending the whole day walking around and filming on their feet. But it's a painful process, because every morning and every night I basically have to go through a couple of hours of stretching, stretching my feet and doing some rehab on them to make them stronger, because my muscles in my feet basically collapsed, and I had to start over as well, to start to strengthen them. And obviously I need to be mobile and I need to walk around a lot. So, but yeah, it's part of the process for me. I love what I do, and that's not going to stop me from doing what I was born to do.
But your videos and photos have the ability to tell a story. How do you get that right?
I usually do that in the shower. It starts in the shower for me. You have to visualize what you want to achieve in a shoot. Let's say, for instance, you're doing event capturing. You have to visualize what you want to tell. What story do you want to tell? And so basically, I look at a few things, and I think about a few things in the shower. What do I want to achieve? What's my venue look like? And I go from the venue to what sort of people are there. Based on the venue and the people and the vibe, I then choose my music, so that everything really is just about telling the correct story.
Talk us through the process of creating such epic content.
Yeah, Dan, between the actual filming and the editing, it does take a lot of time, and you've got to be really smart of how you angle things, if I can say it that way. So for me, it's important to first of all understand the product, understand what you are going to film. I think you need a good understanding, because then you can tell the story better. So for me, I need to understand the environment I'm going in before I'm filming, whether it's an event capturing or whether it's an interview with a person. Is to really understand the person, and to be able to create a real realness, if I can say that. Something tangible that people can look at and say, it felt like I was there. It felt like I was taking a journey within this person's life or at this event. So that's important for me.
But as we end off, you've done some work for the Vodacom Blue Bulls, you've done work with Vodacom, you've been at the Super Rugby final, you've done work with the Blitzbokke. What are your aspirations?
Yeah, funny enough, Dan, I've only been in this industry for 2 years. This is my second year in this industry, specifically focusing on rugby. So some might say I have accomplished a lot in these 2 years, but for me, it's just continue getting better. I think there's always awesome stories to tell, and for me personally, I would like to go deeper within the lines of Loftus, and to keep on creating awesome content, and to be a leader when it comes to creating content. I think gone are the days that we have to look at NFL or look at different unions or overseas teams like the All Blacks or England. There's going to come a time where we need to be the Oaks who are leading when it comes to content creation. But on another point, I would love to get more into documentaries. My heart really lies within documentaries, telling true stories, telling stories that will inspire the world, and giving fans a look behind the scenes of what it really takes to be a top sportsman and a top rugby player.
Bordeaux Game On Media, thank you for spending some time with us as we learn more about what it takes to create epic rugby content.
Awesome, Dan. It was awesome spending time with you as well.